Our top focus at this hour, India and China have held military-level talks for the resolution of the issues along the line of actual control, or the LAC. The 16th round of the Corps Commander-level talks were held at the Chushul-Moldo border in India's northern Union territory of Ladakh. Talks that lasted for more than 12 hours, however, did not yield any immediate outcome. India and China released a joint statement on discussions that primarily focused on the Patrol Point 15 near the hot springs in Eastern Ladakh. Talks between both the sides are likely to continue, but for now, no immediate disengagement is expected in Ladakh. Around 50 soldiers from both the sides remain deployed within a kilometre of the flashpoint. The last disengagement of troops took place a year ago after the Corps Commander-level talks in July last year led to the resolution of a standoff at a patrol point in Gogra. Since then, talks have been on and off in an effort to resolve the hot springs issue. During these talks, the two sides reaffirmed that a resolution of remaining issues would help in the restoration of peace and tranquility along the LAC. The issue of Demchok was also discussed. Both sides have agreed that there will be no further increase in the presence of troops deployed in Demchok. In the last few years, India has been raising concerns over the mobilization of troops and equipment by China along the LAC. Relations between the two sides worsened in the year 2020 after the Chinese and Indian troops clashed, which led to a brutal hand-to-hand combat in the Galwan Valley. 20 Indian soldiers were killed in the clash, which was the deadliest in 45 years. The Galwan standoff led to a military standoff with China at large, and at least 11 rounds of military talks for disengagement process have followed since. Now, for more details about what this means for ties between the two nations, joining us live now is our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal. Siddhant, thanks for joining us. This, of course, is a story that everybody in the region cares about, India and China and the dynamics within. Another round of military-level talks. What's the outcome?
Well, the outcome essentially is that both sides have agreed that they will continue to talk, and the fact that they've issued a joint statement, that are the only two deliverables. But the stalemate continues. There are friction areas. While we have seen disengagement at Pangong Lake and other areas such as hot springs, there are friction areas which are still a cause of concern. But the 12-hour-long conversation comes at a time when we know that the Chinese continue to provoke in some ways or another. We know that the Chinese Air Force tried to breach the no-fly zone. In fact, just yesterday evening, the state-run media there in China has released videos of exercises on their side of the Pangong Lake. So, of course, provocation continues, and of course, situation remains fragile. The Indian External Affairs Minister has several times pointed out that China needs to abide by the 1990s Pact, 1993 and 1996 Pact, so that peace and tranquility remains at the line of actual control. But we know that China has violated them many times and continue to violate them. So there is a lot of caution when it comes to dealing with China. And of course, it looks like it's a long stalemate, which of course continues since 2020 when we saw the Galwan incident, the Chinese aggressive actions at the Galwan, where we know that India lost 20 of its soldiers, while China also lost many of its soldiers. It only accepted 4 deaths, and that too after a delay of over 6 months.
Right. Siddhant, thanks so much for all those updates. We'll, of course, continue to track this story. Thanks for joining us on WION World is One at this hour. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.